Hey guys, and welcome back to today's video on Izzy and Nihi, where we will be baking a Walnut Fudgy Brownie. So we were given this box from Bakeri, and inside it included the ingredients and the recipe on how to make a Walnut Fudgy Brownie. So we were given dark chocolate buttons, just like this, unsalted butter, 250 grams, sugar and salt, followed by bread flour and baking powder, and of course the walnuts. These are optional though, and the amounts you can decide by yourself depending on how much you want. We were also given 2 baking trays for us to bake the brownies in. So you'll need, however, to get 7 medium eggs by yourself, as it is not included in the box. Just like this. 7 medium-sized eggs. Other tools that you might need are a whisk, a spatula. This baking tool is optional, but I highly recommend it as it is really good in many ways. A small knife for cutting, and 2 mixing bowls, 1 medium and 1 large. In the box, it also included a recipe with the ingredients that was included on it and the ingredients and tools you will need. It also included a prep time, which is 30 minutes, the bake time, which is 40 minutes, and it will yield 2 brownie slabs of 950 grams. So now the first step you're going to do is preheat your oven to 175 degrees Celsius. So you're going to preheat your oven to 170 degrees Celsius. Make sure that the light is shining from the top and the bottom, and set the timer to stop, which means that it will not be timed, but it will just keep lighting the whole time, just like that. So for those of you who do not know the amount of dark chocolate buttons, we'll be measuring now. So it is approximately 1 cup. So just 1 cup in first. Let's just pour that in. And then there's more. So I think this is about 3 cups. But let's just make sure that we check. So that's 2 cups down. And 3 cups. Maybe more than 3 cups. I think it's 4 cups. Yep, 4 cups. So that's the amount of dark chocolate buttons you're going to need. They look just like this. So what you're going to do now is boil some water in a pot. So once it starts to simmer like this, you can just place the dark chocolate buttons right on top. Make sure that the bottom of the pot is not touching the water. So now the second thing you're going to need is 250 grams of unsalted butter. So just put it in. If you're having trouble melting it, you can cut it into small pieces first before putting it in. So just put it in, and with a spatula, mix gently until they melt completely. Both of them melt completely. Just a tip, it takes about 10 minutes. So now we're just gonna skip those 10 minutes and show you what it should look like at the end. And this is what it should look like after 10 minutes. As you can see, it's totally liquid. It's a really, really nice thick liquid. So after you're done with this, you're gonna have to put it somewhere to cool. So now you're just gonna add in the egg and the sugar and mix them together. So it's actually about 2 cups of sugar, I think. Because we don't know the exact amount of salt in it, you can just use salted butter and only use 2 cups. Yep, I was right, 2 cups of sugar. So this way you can be sure that you're adding in salt, but not too much salt. And you're adding in the right amount of sugar. So now just pour in the 7 medium-sized eggs and stir well until the sugar is dissolved completely. So we're just gonna skip that part and show you. We're just going to speed up this process and show you what happens, what you should get in the end. So after that, you should get this kind of white foamy liquid, and then after that, what you're going to do is just pour in all of the chocolate. So make sure the chocolate is still warm when you're doing this, or else it will be hard to mix and it will clump together. So now you are going to mix this up until they are combined fully. So make sure to scrape off every bit of that delicious gooey chocolate. So you're just going to mix it up until it combines fully. So just mix it in the middle for a while, and after a while the egg, sugar, butter and chocolate will combine to give you this kind of liquid. So what you can do is make sure you stir on the outside as well to incorporate every bit of the ingredients. So once you're done with that, you can start adding in the bread flour. So now you're going to add the bread flour and the baking powder. So you can just add in, it's about 1 cup of bread flour and baking soda too. So 1 cup, and then about a 1/4 cup, it's about half a cup I think. So 1.5 cups of flour, and then after that just add in 1 tablespoon of baking soda if you do not have the ingredients prepared like this. So now what you're gonna do is to just continue mixing. So just keep mixing until it's thoroughly mixed together. Make sure all the ingredients are incorporated together, and at the end you should get this really thick liquid. So to make sure that all the flour gets everywhere, you should use the whisk and go underneath, and then when you pick up the liquid, you put it over the flour just like this. So once most of that flour has been covered up with the chocolate, then what you're going to do is just start stirring it properly. So you have to go around the outside and go inside into a spiral. So you go around the outside and then you slowly go inside, and then that way it will make sure that all the flour and chocolate mixes together properly. So we're going to speed up this process and show you what you should get in the end. So this is what you should get in the end. So what you're going to do now is separate it in between 2 baking trays. So you can just use this cup like this. So you just take 1 cup and pour it into 1 tray, and repeat the same for the other tray. And then keep doing this until all the chocolate is used up. So just like this, make sure you separate it equally to both pans. So for one pan, we are not going to add in any extra ingredients. For the other, we are going to put walnut, and for a special treat, we are going to add peanut butter too. So peanut butter is actually really good with chocolate because it gives you that nutty taste along with that bitter-sweet chocolate taste, especially when it comes to dark chocolate. So this is going to be perfect. So what you want to do is actually warm up the peanut butter in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and this will actually really help in spreading out the peanut butter. So in the next clip, we're going to show you how we decorated the one which we are going to decorate it in. So yeah. Okay, so what you're gonna do now is put the walnuts there, and then I'm gonna put the peanut butter around the sides. So to make it really nice, I'm just gonna put a few dollops on the sides, and then using a long stick, I'm just gonna spread it around a few times, and that will actually make a really nice line pattern. So yeah, so you're just gonna do that. If it's not enough, then you can use a spoon. I think we gotta use it because this is not that big of a brownie, so I'm gonna use a spoon. But as you can see, using the chopstick, just go around a few times and it'll make it really nice. It'll make it look like it's a really nice pattern. So now all you gotta do is to bake it. So now just put the 2 brownies into the oven and that's all. You're done. Set the timer on 40 minutes or you can set a timer on your phone. So now I'm just gonna check on whether it's cooked yet.
And if it comes out clean,
so if it comes out clean, then it's cooked, but it's not, so it's not cooked yet.
Okay, so
So I've been baking it for about 5 minutes more, and now I'm just gonna check. So, oh, good. So if a bit of the cake still sticks to the chopstick, it's fine. Yay, it's done. So now I'm just gonna cut it up, and I'll show you what's on the inside. So as you can see, the peanut butter really looks really nice on it, and the walnuts as well. And the skin is really wrinkly and crumbly, which is really good. Oh, if you could smell it though. It's done. Well, that's how your brownie should look too. Thanks so much for watching. The website link and recipe will be in the description below.